Um, ah,
Hello and welcome. It's Kickoff with you again, doing football analysis the way you love it and as we promised. And as you always know, we do um, pre-match reviews and post-match reviews of what matches, and it's Afcon again. Um, Please do like and subscribe our video. It's very much important for the growth of our channel. And it's all about AFCON right there, going on at Abidjan. And I don't do this alone. I do it with fantastic football analysis. And with me here is the ever sound, ever, ever present Mohammed. Welcome to the show as always. And it's all about AFCON all the way.
yeah, I think we've gotten to the last eight of the African Cup of Nations, and it has given us everything from excitement to proper football, proper goals. We've seen memes too as well, and this is the tournament whereby if you are not at your best, the dark horses, the smaller nations, will knock you off your perch. It's good to be here again talking football with you, Jay, and let's go straight into it.
Let's go straight into it. Our beloved country still remains in the African Cup of Nations against all odds. Looking at how we entered into this competition, and we are one of the sides that have been shutting a lot of opponents out. It's so crazy seeing opponents unable to even get a shot on target right there. Talking of Cameroon, and you can see the faces from their legends and their club, their nation legends, and you can see what a high flying Nigeria can do. So straight into the game, let's talk about Nigeria versus Angola right there. And let's start with our country. Let's talk about Osimhen and how he has been pivotal to this. He might not be getting on the score sheet, but we know that man is pulling strings in front of goal, and also he is putting that scare in the heart of the defenders, and that's what you expect a African player of the year to do.
I think for Victor Osimhen, I think I feel he's a one-man attack or like he can do things on his own. He's a kind of striker that even without service, he can create the chances for himself. He can create the chances for his teammate as well. And I think this is just to say it. Any team that comes up against Nigeria, you cannot simply put one centre back on Victor Osimhen. It's not possible. He's going to run the centre back. He's going to pull him out of position. You see him. He likes to make the runs into the channels as well, and he can carry those balls. And the first goal for Nigeria against Cameroon, you saw the pressing, the intensity. I think he might not have scored as many goals as he would have wished or as we have thought he would have scored, but I think his impact has been very good. The energy, pressing from front, and all of that, and definitely he is a fantastic player, and that is why he is the CAF best player of the year.
Yes, I'm talking about attacking strength, talking about forwards in this competition. On the other side, we have Gelson, who has been getting a lot on the score sheet, scoring braces in this competition. I think four goals in 4 matches, and I think as another assist to it, the man is even on the track to be the highest goal scorer in this competition if they can maybe surpass Nigeria and get to the semi-final or the final of the competition. Um, they pose a big threat right here, attacking threat, and we too we have a defense that not only shuts the door but padlocks it and keeps the key. What do you think? How do you think this crunching clash will go down, Mohammed?
I think Angola have shown us a whole lot for the fact that we've seen them. They can score goals. They scored in all their games so far in the African Cup of Nations. They scored 3 goals against Mauritania. They scored 2 in their last game. I think they scored 2 in their third game too as well. And they've got Gelson Dala, like you said. They've got Mabululu. These kind of players score goals. And I think I was going through some things and I looked at how football has changed recently. I think for the past 10, 15, 20 years, 15, 20 years, too much information has been brought into the game. Football is now automated. I think when a football player has the ball, he's been told where to run to. When he has the ball, he's been told who to pass to. And I think it takes the art away from the football. But what we've seen in this African Cup of Nations, I think, is football at its finest. The players are just there enjoying themselves and expressing themselves, and that is the Angolan side. They've got tricky wingers who can express themselves very well. But we'll talk about the Nigerian side as well. Defensively, with that back five, that team has been very, very solid. Maybe I think if made teams like Cameroon and Ivory Coast look so bad in the attack, and I think that has been the strong hold for Nigeria, and hopefully they will be able to continue it against a very good Angolan front three.
That would be what we will want as Nigerian fans generally to see our country proceed to semi-final. So what do you think this Nigerian team need to do to keep this Angola short, and what are your predictions ahead of this game, Mohammed?
In as much as the Angolan side are a very expressive side as well, I think I have a worrying threat for them. They concede a lot of attempts on target, and their last game of the group stage against Burkina Faso, they conceded 20 attempts, 20 shots, and you don't. That is a worrying sign for any team as well. When the more shots you concede, the more tendency that you're going to concede goals. You should not concede 20 shots. Even if you keep a clean sheet as a manager and your team has conceded 20 shots, you should be worried that why am I conceding high expected number of shots? And Nigeria will get their chances against this Angola side. Definitely. So it's up to Nigeria to see if they'll be able to take their chances against the I don't know what they call them. Are they the Warriors or I don't know, but I think Nigeria will surely get their chances.
Obviously, I'm talking about shots. We have our shot stopper doubtful ahead of this game. Our number one shot stopper coming into this competition, or in this competition generally, Nwabali was stretched off. I think in the last game, and maybe there are a little bit of doubt about his fitness and all. And do you think you have enough confidence in also seeing what we've seen in the qualifiers and in friendlies?
I think the manager said in his press conference today that he's got confidence and trust in Francis Uzoho. But the good things for Nigeria is Omar Bali was involved in the training session yesterday, and he was involved in the full training session yesterday of the team, and he took part in the training session today as well. So there will be a late fitness test for him to see if he's going to feature in the quarterfinals tomorrow. But I'm 75% sure that Bali is going to be the goalkeeper for Nigeria against Angola tomorrow.
We obviously need him. We obviously need him. He has posed enough authority on that defense line, and he has given them a lot of confidence going into the games in this Afcon qualifiers. And the last thing you want is to switch that up with Uzo, in which there's a little bit of lack of confidence in him generally from the fans and even from the coach. Not looking at what he said in the in the press conference, managers will always try to back up their players. But obviously, we know what Uzoho can do on a good day. So, Mohammed, I'd just like you to give us your own prediction for the game, and we'll look to wrap things up there.
I think Nigeria have considered one goal in their last four games, which came in the first game of the
Game
tournament,
of
and they have kept
Yeah.
three consecutive clean sheets. But maybe I'm tipping this Angolan side to breach the defense line of the Nigerian side, even if it's once. I'm going for a 2-1 or a 3-1 Nigeria win.
I think I'll go for a 3-2 Nigeria win. I don't know, and maybe if I don't go for a 3-2, I'll go for a 2-2. I feel this game might go to extra time and all. But let's see how that one pans out. 3-1 or 2-1 for you, but for me, I
And
go
and
with 3-2 or
the Angolan team have been receiving a lot of incentives and boosts. I heard the players will be given iPhone 15. They'll be given 30,000 US dollars if they beat the Nigeria team. There been so many rewards and gifts that have been served to them as an extra motivation to beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So I expect a very tough fight from the Angolan side. And I can't wait for the match tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
it will be obviously fierce, very fierce. And there's some games where quality comes in, but we'll see how that one pans out. Incentives isn't going to play on this game on the field of play, but it's just to give the players extra will to go the extra mile and to do the extra things.
Yeah,
And
extra
Nigeria will
motivation.
love, yes, and Nigeria would love to get to the semi-final, possibly the final, because it looks like it is much more favorable this time, given the top African nations have been sent home already. But is it are Nigeria going to send one of these black sheep home? That is a question in which tomorrow's game will obviously answer. Final thoughts, Mohammed, and we round up.
Well, all I just want is to see beautiful football from the Afcon as well. And so far, the Afcon has been fantastic. Even the usage of the VAR has been so good as well. They've not been so many dramas. It's been smooth as and even sometimes you even forget that Premier League fixtures are actually going on because this is the Afcon period. Everybody's talking about the Afcon. Even in Asia, there's a tournament going on, and nobody's aware that the tournament is going on. The Afcon is on everybody's lips as well. So it's really good that the Afcon is bringing this potential and showing the great light of African football. And hopefully, this will allow African nations to get to the heights that Morocco reached in World Cup. So hopefully next year we'll have another African team in the semi-finals of the World Cup.
Hopefully, Mohammed, and we'll be at the viewing center to cheer our own Nigerian team right there. And after that, we'll be doing a post-match review of the game. And hopefully, it will be all joy into the semi-final for our own dear Nigerian team. And thank you very much, Mohammed, for joining us. Always, it's always exciting to talk about football, especially when it comes to African football and the whole improvement we've seen currently in the way the game is played and also the way the game is officiated. And thank you very much, Mohammed, as always. And we'll catch in the viewing center where we'll talk more about the game post match. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.